me, Rob, once more, and I'm here today with another edition of Cardboard. We are going to go on a little bit of an excursion back in time. This is going to be interesting because Alex, I'm not sure quite knows what he's getting into. You see, I got him to agree to play a game with me for Cardboard, and well, the game that I've chosen this time is HeroQuest, a classic board game that was very much a role-playing game light style game. Remember, the earliest days of role-playing games were mostly based around tactical war games. It wasn't as much into character immersion as having your piece, moving around the board, and completing objectives, and succeeding with ever increasingly powerful characters. HeroQuest is an extremely rules-light game that basically presents the players with a board that is a dungeon map, but no details. All the characters know is what they are in the first room, usually presented with a door of some sort, and then they move their piece around the dungeon area, revealing what areas of the dungeon are real and which ones are just stone that aren't being used in that particular quest. As you shall see when we actually get underway and play. It had many of the hallmarks of a role-playing game, though. The game came with a screen with which the person who was controlling the monsters and the rules of the game, known as Zargon, the evil wizard, had this to kind of hide behind, but on the other side was a quick summary of all the rules that you would use, including the monster stats right there in front of you, summary on combat, all the steps of what the heroes can do and what the monsters can do. The only other thing that you'd really need to know, as far as being Zargon, is how to read the map and use that to put out what the characters can see, and knowing how to spring the various traps and things as players come across them. As far as the players go, their characters were detailed on this character sheet, which is fairly simple. The basic core adventures were detailed in a quest book. And if I remember right, there were, well, I'm guessing 14 quests in it. Yes. If you go through the whole storyline, which ends up in defeating the evil wizard after collecting all the artifacts to beat him, there are 14 separate quests that you can go through. A quest to go and defeat a super powerful supernatural menace with pieces that move around a board game. Where have I seen that before? Yeah, Massive Darkness in every other game. It follows similar patterns to HeroQuest. HeroQuest was one of the first and better known. One of the things that really made it stand out was the quite good quality of the figures that went with it, and the fact that the game is robust enough that you could actually use it as its own role-playing game. As a matter of fact, the final page of the quest book has a blank section where you can create your own adventures. Now, just exploring a little bit of the mechanics before we actually get into gameplay. There are 4 characters. Trying to run the game with fewer than the 4 characters means it's going to be quite a bit harder. In some cases, bordering on the impossible, depending on how your skill goes. The 4 characters are their own tightly defined roles. You have the Barbarian. Big brute, not fond of clothes, big sword, as typical. He starts out with a broadsword, the best weapon to start out in the game. Doesn't have any armor to start with, and can take more punishment than anybody else. Then you have the dwarf. He starts out with a short sword, not the most deadly weapon, but he can upgrade into better weapons. He's almost as durable as the barbarian, and he starts out with the ability to disarm traps. Later on, other players can pick up the ability to disarm traps by buying a toolkit, but the dwarf doesn't need that, which is a little bit of an advantage early on. Unfortunately, an advantage that can be mitigated fairly quickly. with a little bit of cash and a completed quest that lets you pick out from the shop. More on that later. Then you have the elf. The elf also starts out with a short sword, and he has a few less body than the barbarian does, and less than the dwarf does. His ability, however, is that he can cast spells. And I'll describe that in the next class, which is the wizard. The wizard is the master of magic, but he can't really do much to defend himself. He only starts out with a puny dagger and really can't get access to much better for weapons. He also can't wear armor, so his defense stays relatively low. On the other hand, he gets all kinds of powerful spells. Now, how the fighting works is there are several dice which are used, which you will see. The white dice are used with skulls, shields, and blank spaces. When you attack, your weapon determines how many dice you roll, and you are going for skulls, which indicate damage that you do. If you are being attacked, you have a certain number of defense dice, and armor increases your defense dice. You would roll, and you are hoping for shields that will mitigate damage. There are more skull faces than shield faces, so defenders have a bit of a disadvantage. It's easier to inflict harm than it is to absorb punishment. The magic in the game is also relatively straightforward. The wizard gets to choose his first class of spells, and the spells are oriented by the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. As far as the theme, fire spells are good for attacking, earth spells are good for defense, water spells include some healing, and air elemental spells control your enemies in some way, pushing them around or blocking attacks. The wizard picks the first school, then the elf picks his school, and then the others go to the wizard. So he has a total of 3 classes of spells. Each spell has 3 spell cards. Once they are used in an adventure, they cannot be reused. So a person playing the wizard has to be somewhat judicious with the spells that they can choose. The players take turns. It starts out with the player to the left of Zargon and going around the board. So setting up where your players are or who's playing what character in what order can be advantageous. If you have fewer than 5 people, as we will have, 1 to play Zargon and 1 to play each of the 4 characters, then somebody's going to be playing multiple characters, which isn't a bad thing. You're not playing a role-playing game. This is, again, more tactical, so having a team of adventurers can be useful. I will be letting Alex have control of 2 characters, while I will run 2 characters alongside of him. But as a rule, I will make sure that my characters stay behind him, each one attached to one of his characters, so that his characters will not be left alone, and so that I'm not forcing the issue, because I will have the quest booklet in hand. And from that, we will go forward with the very first quest, which is the trial. So, this has a couple of useful elements to it. First of all, the characters and the monsters are molded plastic figures, having a very nice level of detail. Even though the game was made by Milton Bradley back in 1989, 1990, which is, well, at least that's what the the copyright date says, 1989, 1990. The figures have a decidedly Games Workshop feel. The characters are goblins, small, quick, not very dangerous, but hard to run away from. They're very fast. Easily defeated. Skeletons, also easily defeated. Bit more tough than resilient than goblins, not nearly as fast. Zombies, yet more durable than skeletons, not extremely tough and fairly slow. Orcs, fast, hit hard, can't take a great deal of punishment though. They also have some resistance to magic. A little bit, more than the goblins do at least. There is a creature called a Famir, which is a kind of a Cyclops monster with a clubbing tail. You'll see them as we go. They can hit hard, they can take a lot of punishment, they can actually take more than 1 point of damage before they die. All the previous creatures can only take but 1 point. And, again, somewhat resistant from magic. Mummies, the toughest of the undead in this game, which are very slow, but can take a tremendous amount of punishment. It could also take a couple of points of damage. Chaos Warriors, which look kind of like the Games Workshop Warhammer Chaos Warriors. Plate armor, great axe. They're honestly one of my favorite looking miniatures for an evil opponent. Hit very hard, very good defense, can take multiple points of damage before they die. The toughest creature in the game, interesting choice, is a gargoyle. Gargoyles are usually lower to mid-range monsters that usually have some special defensive ability. This particular gargoyle has a special defensive ability, all right? He can take, he has tremendous defense, very hard to hurt. I suspect magic would be very, very welcome in fighting him. He could take as much damage as a Chaos Warrior. He could take 3 points of damage before he's actually dead. Very strong in mind points. So he's quite good. And then finally you have the Chaos Warlock. Zargon himself, possibly. The Chaos Warlock is a little bit different. First of all, he changes depending on the quest. You don't face his final true form until the end, although you could face a lesser version of him earlier on. And he's tough because he can cast spells. He has his own deck of cards, the Chaos deck, which are more powerful than the Wizard or Elf spells. Again, though, he only has a limited number of them. And by the time the players start having to worry about him, they probably already have pretty decent gear so that they can actually defend themselves a bit better. However, when you face him in his final form, he is the most powerful in the game. So it will be a real challenge by that point. Now, what gives the heroes a chance is a couple of things. Number one, teamwork. Generally, when they go into a room, the monsters will be there. If they work well together, they have an excellent chance of succeeding. However, bad luck can always cost your group a hero or two. And one of the other advantages that they have is between quests, if they get treasure during their adventure, they can visit the armory, which is actually the insert on the board. It has different gear that they can get, armor, weapons, and the tool belt to help find traps. Starting characters will not have any of this stuff, though. The interesting things about that, 250 gold coins gets you the toolkit, which lets you have a 50-50 chance of being able to disarm chests, or disarm traps, which is nice. The dagger is a weapon that the wizard starts with. You can throw it, but it's basically a weapon that you can only use once to throw, and then it is done. You can't use it anymore. You can get a short sword that nobody will ever do, because everybody already starts with at least a short sword. The broadsword, which is better, so if your dwarf or your elf wants to upgrade, you could get the broadsword like the barbarian does. You can get the longsword, which does as much as the broadsword, but it means you can attack on diagonals, which is very nice. Very nice indeed. The wizard's only upgrade is the staff, which still does a puny 1 point of damage, but they can attack on diagonals. That would also free them to take their only dagger and throw it at something, which is their only missile weapon that they can use. The crossbow, which can be used by anybody other than the wizard, is nice at hitting opponents that are farther away, but can't hit anything that's right next to you. Which means tandem work is useful. Having one person with really good armor standing in front of the enemies while everyone else plugs away is a very valid strategy in a game like this. You really kind of want to use the environment around you. The battle axe is the most strongest weapon. It does 4 combat dice worth of damage, which is your best that you can do. Again, wizards can't use it, so it's a die better than the broadsword the barbarian can do. Armor, helmet, gives you more resistance. Shield gives you more resistance, but you can't use it with the battle axe. Chainmail, better than than what anybody starts out with, ups your armor. And plate mail, the most expensive in the game, gives you 2 extra defensive dice, but it slows you down, so you can only roll 1 die to see how far you can move rather than 2 that everyone else has. If you have plate mail, shield, a helmet, and a longsword, you're doing as well as you can do as far as overall defense, and it's still good attack. If you eschew the shield, you could use the battle axe for more damage and just have a little bit less defense, which it's still pretty impressive. Another thing that HeroQuest does for you is it gives you pieces of furniture, folded cardboard, printed cardboard on plastic bases, that keep a nice 3D feel for the rooms. They realized fairly quickly that those little bits of trapping add a bit of gravity to rooms that you want to highlight. Say a wizard's laboratory may have the sorcerer's table with its open tome and candles, perhaps a couple of bookcases, and there are pieces that work quite well for that. In addition, the monsters all have a certain level of menace to them, some nasty ones. However, fair warning, this game has been shipped around a few times. I have freely used many of the figures for role-playing games, and unfortunately in all of that excess, a couple of the pieces have gone missing. One is the Chaos Sorcerer itself, so I have a proxy for that, and I am missing 1 zombie from my collection and 1 orc. However, I do have 3D miniatures that will be taking their place. Will be okay. You'll still easily be able to tell what's going on without a loss of the experience. Basically, as far as format goes, Alex will have 2 characters, I'll have 2 characters, and we will go around trying to get through the very first adventure, the trial. And I strongly suspect that this is going to take a bit less time than Massive Darkness to complete a scenario. A lot of it depends on how fast you get to the end of it. Just by being able to see the whole map, minus the surprises of block corridors or rooms that don't really exist, you do have a certain amount of predictability because of the way the board is shaped. Getting around that is one of the struggles of running the game as a role-playing game. The trial is fairly straightforward. Half the map is not used, so it's not enormous, but there are some significant combat challenges in it. If you choose poorly, you can have a real time of it. The heroes have a lot to do. They move every turn. They can either move before their action or after their action. And their actions involve either attacking an enemy, searching a room for treasure, which can be done once per room. There's a treasure deck you can draw. There are hazards, though, in searching for treasure. Sometimes bad things can happen, as well as finding good things. But it's an important part of being an adventurer, is rolling the rooms as much as possible. You can search for secret doors. If there's a secret door, it's revealed. Sometimes that can be key in progressing through some of the more difficult levels. However, there will not be secret doors in the very first adventure, which we will be doing. Searching for traps is useful in rooms or corridors. That means that with anything in your line of sight, if there's a trap there, you could be notified of it. And that could be very, very useful through the game. And finally, you can attempt to disarm a trap if you are aware of it. But again, starting out, only the dwarf can do that. Later on, adventurers who get the toolkit may be able to do that as well. That's basically the game. It is very, very simple. And as we will go into a later game, it's also quite malleable. You could do an awful lot. Not only can you create your own dungeons, but by using the framework that these monsters have, or even that the heroes themselves have, you could expand the game if you have the ambition to do so. You could, for instance, with a couple of extra figurines, adding monsters to a game like this would be quite simple. You just have to assign it some basic statistics, and for as many creatures as you may have, you can expand the game out exponentially. There were quest packs, additional expansions that gave more monsters, more another book of quests for your heroes to tackle. I have none of those since this game was back, 1990. Those are a little tricky to find, and if you can find them intact, they're quite expensive. I'm not going to go chasing around those unless either Windfall drops, one drops in my lap somehow, or I get a lot of requests to go hunting these down. I might consider. But I think it'll have enough with Alex and I just doing the first quest and finding out if you enjoy watching our playthrough. If you do, I think I can persuade him to do another. Maybe we could go through the whole run if you guys are enjoying it. I'm sure he'd be up for it if we got a little positive encouragement on the project. But without much more ado, I'm going to give you our first run with myself as Zargon and 2 unnamed adventurers as of yet, and Alex playing the other half of the adventuring party. Thank you! Alright, before we get ready to play, I just thought I'd introduce you to the board. This is the game board for HeroQuest. As you can see, most part rectangular rooms all throughout. Passages connecting between them. This is a relatively easy thing to make modular, so your players can see it. But for example, if we have the barbarian here, and say he's standing right here, he can only see this up to here, this can't see down here, up to here. You can change this scenario by simply putting a masonry tile there so he knows he can't walk down there. This is just smooth wall. If he's walking along, there's a chance you could find a pit trap, which could inflict some harm upon him, or maybe a rockfall trap, or maybe a spear trap. If he wants to get into this chamber, he'll need to find a doorway. If there's a door there, he can walk up to it and say he wants to open the door. Doors once open cannot be closed. Then you would replace the closed door with an open arch, and he would be able to see anything that's inside. Much of what he would see would be fireplaces, bookshelves, again, cardboard and plastic constructs, a set of cupboards, some of the nicer treasure chests. As a matter of fact, I still like to use these from my RPGs. Here's a fun one, the rack. Pretty good torture rack, complete with a little skull. The sarcophagus, what they call the tomb. The sorcerer's table. And these candlesticks used to have flames on the end of them, but those broke off a while ago. The set is somewhat fragile. There's a good armor rack. Although to scale with the heroes, it's pretty decent. It's got most of the weapons. So that's nice. And of course, a desk. Pretty nice desk. Again, something I've used for several role-playing games. Tables, the same. They hold their shape by being capped off in plastic. Throne, again, something I've commonly used. And then the monsters. We've got your sneaky little goblins. They look very much like the greenskins from Warhammer. And they come with a couple of different armaments, like this one has a little saber, or scimitar. And this one has a little axe, which, that's kind of a nice touch. Then you have orcs, they're a bit bigger. Scimitar. And we've got some with flails and cleavers. kind of hodgepodge weapons you'd like to find. Chaos Warriors, tough opponents. With that orb above their helm and the axe, very nasty. These are those Famirs I was talking about with their heavy battle axe, muscular frame, single eye, at once alien and terrifying. Nasty opponents too. You have your zombie with its massive cleaver. Sadly, 2 came with it. I have only 1, but I've got more than enough miniatures to make up for it. Skeletons! Wonderful Reaper skeletons. Not Reaper from the name brand, but they have a scythe, so. And you've got your mummies. And finally, you have the gargoyle. Very nasty opponent. A whip and a scimitar, an interesting combination. We are going to use as a stand-in one of my favorite wizards for the Chaos Sorcerer. And the hero characters are the Barbarian, the Dwarf, the Elf, and the Wizard. The Wizard staff was a little bit longer in the original days, but that top part kind of snapped off. It does happen. And all of those critters are represented with these combat cards, including their art and everything. Which I believe the only one that is not included is the Chaos Sorcerer, because his numbers are not static. This is the treasure deck that heroes draw when they search for treasure. Again, some good, some bad. And your deck of cast spells. Art for this reminds me a great deal of the art from, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was the same person, but it looks from the art from British game books, especially the Joe Dever Lone Wolf series. Just you know, good fantasy art. And then you have a collection of different artifacts the heroes are going to be looking for. These are going to be more powerful items than they normally commonly find. And then there's the rainbow of earth spells, fire spells, air spells, and water spells. And the differences in those are going to basically fluctuate how you play your character. So, a wizard with fire is going to probably be a little bit more aggressive than if he had let the elf take the fire and took all the other defensive and buffing spells. So that's the quick introduction to the layout of the game. Typically, at one end of the table would be the person controlling the evil wizard, and he'd be behind the screen using the information on it to pass on to the heroes, you know, what goes on and manage combats. Combats are done by rolling the appropriate number of these wooden dice. They are all stamped with facings for evil that has one successful shield facing. You have 3 skulls for damage. They have a 50-50 chance of hurting somebody. And then there are 2 heroic shields for heroes to defend with. Monsters defend with the black shields, heroes defend with the white shields. You roll the number of dice equal to your defense or on when you're attacked, or offense when you attack. Looking for skulls. I have a total of 6 of these dice, but only the most powerful characters are going to have that many dice to throw. Maybe a properly buffed hero with a battle axe might roll that many. And these are the red movement dice. So, That being said, we are ready to play. Let's summon Alex down and get to it. Alright, it is Alex and I once more here. Say hi, Alex.
Hello, everybody!
And we are ready to play the game. So, now normally when we would do this, there's one person would control Zargon, the evil wizard, and all of the monsters. But it's just Alex and I. So I'll let Alex run 2 characters. I'll run 2 characters as slave characters. They'll basically follow his characters around and let him make the moves, since I can see the map, which is kind of cheating. So my characters will not be searching for anything except for treasure to try to get loot. So, normally also, if you have multiple characters per person, one person chooses, then you alternate. I'm letting Alex choose the 2 characters he wants first, and I'll take the 2 that are left over. So, Alex, which characters would you like? We have the Barbarian, who's got strong attack and the most endurance. He can take the most punishment. We have the Dwarf, who is a good fighter, can take a lot of punishment, but can also find traps, which there are no traps in this level. No traps or secret doors. You have the Elf, who can cast a few spells, and also is a pretty good attacker and defender. And then you have the Wizard, who can't fight very well, but has 9 spells that they can use per adventure. You get to choose 2 of them.
I'll take these 2.
You want the Barbarian and the Dwarf, you don't want to deal with magic.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Because
Okay, so the characters are these tiles that give a brief summary of the character. And on the back, they also give a list of the different things that you can do. They're kind of a cheat sheet for you. Since the information on here is written on the character sheets that I pre-prepared, he doesn't really need these tiles anymore. He just needs the character sheets, which are laid out with the specs of the character, the weapon they have, and their starting body points. So, those are yours.
And as you can tell, this is an old game.
Yes.
Friendly game.
1990. Okay, and I'll take my 2, so I'm dealing with all of the Wizard. Yeah, this is from a person who was born in 2001. So again, all my stuff is done with one exception. Since I'm running 2 spellcasters, I have to divide up the spells. And doing that...
You need to get all the furniture.
First of all, I need to find out where I put the spell cards. I don't need this furniture.
Oh.
Where'd spell cards go, Alex?
You're probably going to need some furniture because...
That only gets revealed as we go through the dungeon. There isn't any in the first room. Ah, there it is.
Oh, I get it.
Okay. So we'll go through the first turn to... Alex will take his turns first, then I will take mine, then I will run Zargon, which is controlling the monsters. As far as the spells, there's fire, water, air, and earth. The elf will take... The wizard would take fire first, the elf would take earth, and then the wizard would get the remaining air and water. So I have to keep those separate.
And of course, these are the dice that go with...
Yep, I showed off the dice in the intro video before, so players are familiar with what we have.
Yep.
So these are the action dice, these are the attack and defense dice. Okay, so the first thing, first of all, the Barbarian... Do you want to name your characters? There's a slot up here for naming them if you want. You have... Oh, here you go. I have a pencil. What's his name?
Dryfron.
Jyphon?
Dryfron.
Dryfron? Okay. It's an interesting name. My wizard's going to be named Turlin. And my elf is going to be Begolas.
Begolas?
Yes.
That could be a reference to Hobbit, or...
No, not at all. I'm sure it's completely original. Alright, so your Barbarian gets to go first. So first thing you do is you roll the dice. The 2 red dice for movement. By the way, that's your dwarf's sheet.
Oh.
You're doing the Barbarian first.
Yeah.
Which is right next to it.
Gosh dang it!
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Alex, just roll the dice. You can come up with a name on my... Okay, so you rolled 4 and 1, that's 5. You have 5 squares that you can move. Now, besides movement, there are these different actions that you have on your tile, your starting sheet. And basically, a couple of them are useless right now. Attack, just leave it. Attack, if there's a monster around, you can attack them. Cast a spell, you don't have to worry about that. There are no secret doors and there are no traps, so there's nothing to disarm, so you don't have to do any of those. All you have to worry about is attacking and searching for treasure. When your characters are in a room, they can search for treasure once, which lets you draw from the treasure deck.
Yay!
Not all of those are good. So beware. If you're in trouble, you might want to skip it. So you have 5 movement points. You start on this square. So you can move your barbarian, and you can also search the room if you'd like.
Okay, I'm gonna search this room.
Okay. I can tell you that per looking at the quest log, there is no treasure in that room.
Oh.
Initially. Sometimes there's guaranteed treasure for the person who searches the room first. However, since there isn't any, you can draw on the treasure deck. It's right there.
Oh. Okay. And potion of defense. Ooh.
Okay, basically potions are one-shot items. Excuse me. It says, amidst a collection of old bottles, you find a small vial containing clear liquid. You can drink this potion at any time, giving you 2 extra combat dice the next time you defend. It can only be used once. Do not return it to the deck. So, once you use it, it's out of the game. But if a monster is attacking you you're worried about, you can drink that and defend a little bit better. So, that's nice, especially if your character is going to be in the front ranks. So, alright. And now you have 5 points to move. If you move up to the door, you can open the door for free.
Yes, I'll...
So you can start from here, move down 2, and open the door if you'd like.
For what?
You can move down 2, so you're right by the door, and then open
hallway?
it. So that you can get into the hallway, yes.
Alright, I'll open it.
Okay. Now, when you open it, I take this door piece out, and I replace it with an open arch. That door cannot be closed again. In case there's any nasty monsters out, but now you can get out. Don't have to pass it through. You're going to damage the town. Please don't do that. Okay, when you look out, which you can do, you see there is a door here. You also see that at the end of the hall, this is solid wall. Does not go further down this way. So it curves around this way, and it curves around this way, and there's a door there. Now you've only moved 3 spaces. Opening the door didn't force you to stop your turn, so you have 2 more spaces you can move. 1, 2, moving down the hall. Alright, now it's your dwarf's turn. You get to roll 2 dice again for the dwarf. And he gets 8, so a bit more movement. Do you want to search for treasure in this room? Okay. You can search for treasure. Go ahead and draw a card.
And jewels. You find a small wooden box. It is simply looking and very old. Simple old. Simple, okay?
Yes.
Bit. Within, you discover that it is lined with velvet and contains very small jewels worth 50 gold coins. Record the money on your sheet. Do not return this card to...
Okay, so you can keep that card with the dwarf. So put it by the dwarf's character sheet. We don't have to just write it on your character sheet yet, because your character is still running around and it won't be... Just lay it on top. Likewise, the potion of defense you should put on top of your barbarian's sheet.
Okay.
Now you have 8 spaces to move.
I'll go through. Oh, this is not the dwarf.
That's the dwarf.
I'll move here.
That's to 3.
1,
4,
2,
5, 6, 7, 8. Do you want to open the door or not? To help you out, I recommend against opening the door, because when all of our characters' turns are over, the monsters get to move. As long as that door is there, whatever is revealed does not pop out.
Okay. I won't open the door then.
Okay. Then I take over. You can name your characters if you'd like.
Okay.
So we'll have Begolus the elf go next. Ooh, and he gets a 10. He will search the room. Gold. Amidst old rags, tattered fur robes, and soiled blankets, you find a collection of 15 gold coins. Record the money on your character sheet. Yes, I've got spells, and I'm richer than I was. Oh, I forgot. I forgot the big detail. Before we started, I should have read this. You need to read this. The quote. You have learned well, my friends. Now has come the time of your first trial. You must first enter the catacombs which contain Felmarg's tomb. You must seek out and destroy Varag, a foul gargoyle who hides in the catacombs. The quest is not easy, and you must work together in order to survive. This is your first step on the road to becoming true heroes. Tread carefully, my friends. There are no traps or secret doors. You should be warned. This is a very tough adventure. It's meant to show players their chances of survival will depend on how well they work together. So.
We're going to have to work together. It's
Yes.
co-op.
Yes, we are. So, my elf
Like it.
goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to look down this hallway that we've neglected.
This is not like the last game we played, where you're just fighting against each other.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Alright, so at the very end of this, that is blocked off.
Okay.
There is a...
Door here.
No, calm down.
Okay.
I'll put it. There's a door there.
Yep.
There's a corridor that way. And that's what he sees.
Mm.
So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6,
so that's
7,
the
8,
line of
9,
sight.
10. Yes. Wanted to see down there to see what was open.
Ah.
And now my wizard gets an 8. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and be right behind the dwarf. So we're all in a nice marching order here. Dwarf in the front, wizard, elf, barbarian. All right. And then I take over as the evil wizard. And there's no monsters. There's nothing for me to run. So my turn's pretty much over. And it goes right back to the barbarian. So, roll first. You could search for traps in the corridor, but you can't search for treasure. So right now,
Well, there's no...
nothing going on, so you might as well roll. And you'll get to move through hero squares 5.
Gosh dang it.
So, you can get into the room.
Yeah.
You can go 1, 2, 3, open the door.
Okay.
Are you doing this?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, that door goes away. It is replaced with an open arch. And the details of the room come to light. And it has details.
Details upon details.
There
upon
is
details.
a desk. There is... Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm just telling you that supper's ready.
Okay. And there's a bookcase here, which my apologies if it screens off some of what you can see. And a door.
Leading
And
to the other room.
an orc lies in wait,
Oh no.
hiding behind the bookcase for you. So, 3, 4, you can't move 5 and get up to combat with him. You're just stuck. You could search the room, though.
Yes, I will search.
Okay. Especially since there isn't any treasure. Here you go.
Gold! Amidst old rags, tattered fur robes, and spoiled blankets, you find a collection of 15 gold coins. Record the money on your sheet.
Okay, that's good. 15 gold coins. So you can put that onto the barbarian sheet.
Nope.
Yep. There you go. So he's got some money now.
Yay!
And your turn is over.
Trifon.
So,
Some money.
Trafon? Yay.
Trifon.
Okay.
Trifon.
So, now it is the dwarf's turn. Go ahead and roll.
Chimley.
We'll take a short break after the round, after Zargon has gotten to go, so that... Okay, you've got plenty of movement. You can move in there and smite the orc if you want to.
Yes.
Alright. So, if you are going to attack, you first look how many attack dice your character has. check for the character sheet for the dwarf.
Attack dice 2.
Okay, so take 2 dice.
Of these?
2 of the white dice, yes. And now I, Zarkon, will take 2 of the 2 dice as well. Now, when you roll, you're looking for skulls. Skulls means you do a point of damage. When I roll, I'm looking for black shields, which will deflect damage that you do. So go ahead and roll. 1 skull. The black shield doesn't mean anything for the attack, so he's done 1 point of damage, which is enough to kill him if I can't roll a shield. And I do not. So he kills the orc with 1 mighty shot. Dwarves do love their orcs. At least killing them.
Yes.
So, 1 down. A whole dungeon's worth left to go. Alright. Oh, I screwed up. I was mistaken. There's another door. There's another orc right here.
Ah, shucks.
No, it's okay. Remember, we've got 2 other people coming in. So, the elf gets an 8, and he's going to try to replicate the success of the dwarf.
Nice.
So, he is... There's no reason for worrying about things like attacks of opportunity or anything. You just move next to him and swing and try to hit. So, he will attack with 2 dice, and he gets no successes, so that doesn't matter. Yep, that can happen. So now a wizard comes in.
Wizard!
First of all, we'll see how many movement points he has.
Oh my
3.
gosh, this is getting
That's it.
crowded.
1, 2, 3. Well, that's why you have miniatures.
I need to move.
No, you're fine. 3 is fine. You have to stay in the space. Now, because he's there, he's got a diagonal, and he can see the target. Otherwise, everyone else was blocking, and he wouldn't have been able to do much. He can't attack with his little dagger. But he can cast a spell.
And what spell is he gonna cast?
He is going to cast... Oh, let's see. Surely there is
spooky
a...
spell.
We'll go with a simple spell. Fire of Wrath.
Ooh. That's
a entry-level attack spell using fire magic.
We're gonna have some crisp pork tonight.
Maybe. The spell may be cast on any one monster,
Yes.
blasting it with flames. It will inflict 1 body point of damage unless the monster can immediately roll a 5 or a 6 using 1 red die. So, it's got a 1 in 3 chance of avoiding this. So we're hoping for 1 through 4, and a 4. It dies. Wizard gets a kill. Yay, thank you, we don't need some.
Sorry.
Alright, so... Also, that fire spell is now used, so I cannot recast it.
So you put it in the used.
Discard it.
Yes.
Alright, so we've all had actions. There's no monsters left, so Zarkon doesn't have a turn. We are going to take a short break while we go off to dinner, and when we come back, we will continue and track down that sneaky gargoyle. So we'll just pause right here, which you will barely notice. Alright, we are back for another round. So, we are orcless. We are in a nice little room, little study, desk, bookshelf, and since there is nothing left to do for the bad guys, good guys get to go. So, go ahead, Alex. You may roll the movement dice.
For my barbarian.
For the barbarian known as
Jurfon.
And that is a 9.
Woo!
Okay, lots of movement here.
First night.
Now, Jurfon is the only one who searched this room.
Yes.
So he can't search this room again. He can move, however.
Ooh. And I'll open
So
this.
keep track of how many spaces you move. 1, 2, 3, because you only have 9. Alright, so... Doors open. And inside, you see a pair of creatures. You see... Shush. You see a... Move your arm, please. Thank you. You see a goblin. And you see a... Please move your arm. Thank you. and you see a Firmir.
Vermeer.
A Firmir is kind of a one-eyed lizard-like creature with a spiky tail and a big battle axe and a head full of crazy.
Oh gosh.
In this room is a rack of weapons, and you see another door out of the room. Now you've used 3 spaces. You can easily move up to either character to fight.
Yes, I'll move up to the goblin because
Your big hulking warrior is going to take on the little puny goblin?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
What?
Go ahead. You got 3 dice to attack with because you're the barbarian. You've got a big sword.
Oh.
The Firmir gets 3 dice to defend with. Or sorry, the goblin has 1 die to defend with because he's just a goblin. 1 point of damage. Do I get a... Oh, Black Shield. He defends.
Dang it.
All right. Well, that was 1 turn. And now it's your dwarf's turn. Your dwarf has not searched the room. He could do that if he'd like to instead of moving, or you can move and try to help the fighter out.
Try to help.
Okay. Okay, that's a 9 movement again. Where are you going to go?
Help.
Right between the 2? Okay. Who are you going to attack with him?
The goblin.
Goblin again.
Height
Okay.
to height. Because of height to height. Wait, 2, right?
Yep, you get 2 with the dwarf. And you got 1 skull. And the goblin defends. No, goblin dies.
Dead.
Okay, so that was your turn. So, I would like to get rid of this Firmir. First of all, I roll for the elf. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get around to his far side. And I will attack. 2 dice on the attack with the sword. That's 2 points of damage. Uh-oh. Versus 3 to defend. No defense. He gets killed with 1 blow. Alright. The elf's feeling pretty good.
Ooh.
Now, that means that there's just one little... Yep. Goblin's gone, so the wizard can search the room for treasure. Yoink. And that's a potion of healing. In a bundle of rags, you find a small bottle of bluish liquid. You can drink this healing potion at any time, restoring the number of body points equal to a roll of 1 red die. But you cannot exceed your number of points. So, Turlin has a potion of healing to the good now.
On this.
And he can... Thank you. Check up on top of the shelf under there, Alex.
Oh,
No. It's... Just get back here. I know where it is.
okay.
Okay, the bad guys are dead. The good guys are still alive. And so Zargon's turn goes without an incident. So, we start again with the Barbarian's turn.
Yes. Uh-oh. Gosh.
What?
I could not find a simple die.
I found it. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
So roll for movement. Wow, 12. You're extremely zippy. So here's the thing. He hasn't searched for treasure in this room yet, so he can search for treasure. Searching for treasure, generally not a bad idea.
But what about the...
And you have lots of movement. If you search, it will include searching the weapons rack.
Okay. I'll search.
Okay.
Ooh.
You don't... No, you don't draw.
Sorry.
There's something there to find. You're going to search the weapons rack, of course, right?
Yep.
The weapons on this weapon rack are chipped, rusted, and broken. There's nothing here the heroes would want.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the very first one is going to be a bogus one. So, but no
Bogus.
monsters attack and no traps hit you, so you're good. Dwarf's turn. Oh, and also, hey, wait. Before you do, remember, you still rolled a 12 for your movement, so you still have movement.
Oh.
You could go exploring
Yes,
all over
ma'am.
the place with that.
Yes, my barbarian will open the door. A door.
All right.
Oh.
And door's open. Stop. I will tell you what you see. Actually, nothing. You see what you see. There's no extra doors or blocking.
See a piece of paper.
Well, yes, you see the background stuff.
Oh,
The piece of paper saying barbarian der. So where would you like to go? You 1, 2, 3. You've got 9 more spaces you can move. Make the most of it.
Oh.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can go to there. And
Search.
you are hoping that there's no monsters there because you're out of turn. Nobody's likely to come up and support you. Fortunately for you,
There's a wall.
the wall stopping that. And
There's doors.
shh, there's a door right here.
Ooh, in the middle. I swear that's going to be the boss space.
Maybe. But so far, this area is all stone as far as you know, so maybe it's over there. You don't know. That's why we're exploring.
Yes.
Alright, your dwarf's turn. Your dwarf has not searched this room.
Yes, he will.
He also didn't search the last room. So he's got some searching to do,
Okay.
if he wants.
I'll make a move to this room and then to this room to search. No.
You
Okay.
could search here and then move if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and you roll first. You always roll first. And you rolled a 4.
Dang it.
Well, that's fine. You were just searching, right?
Yep. And
So
then
you draw a card.
treasure. Jewels. Gosh dang
Boy, a
it.
dwarf's got a nose for those. How much are they worth?
50 golden coins.
Alright. The
So I
dwarf
have
is
100.
loaded.
100
Positively
billion.
loaded, I tell you. Alright.
100 million.
Well, not quite
No.
100 million, but yes. Alright, now you can move your 4 spaces.
1.
Don't you want to go back to there to search the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be 1, 2, 3, 4.
No. You were here because you helped fight the goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're in the doorway.
I will.
And that's your turn. You already searched the prior room, remember?
Oh, okay.
Okay. My elf killed the Famir, so he will search
Famir. Oh, yeah. Or
the big, scaly nasty.
wizard.
10. Wow, lots of speed.
Wizard.
And he will
Search, and
search
search.
the room. A potion of healing. Yay!
Look.
Both my potion characters now have potions of healing. And he will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not let the barbarian go off by himself. That would be foolish since the barbarian can't really defend himself against magics and stuff. So at least the elf can help out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wizard will move here and he will search the room. Wandering monster! Oh no.
Me.
As you are searching, a monster stalks you and attacks. Zargon places the wandering monster, listed in the quest book, on any square next to you. The monster attacks immediately. The wandering monster of this quest is an orc who attacks. The orc attacks with 3 dice.
Do.
1 point of damage. The wizard, as all heroes do at this level, defends with 2 dice. 1 defense. He takes no damage. He dodges the orc attack.
Bink.
And unfortunately for him, that is the end of the hero's turn. So now it is Zargon's turn, and Zargon finally has a monster. And the monster is looking right at the weakest person in the group, the wizard.
Oh, gosh.
These are the things that orcs live for. So he is going to do the same thing. He's going to keep attacking the wizard. He's going to try.
Try.
And we roll
2 shields.
2 shields and 1 point of damage. So the wizard rolls 2 dice to try to defend and rolls his defense. He survives.
Oh my gosh.
This is going against the odds here. All right. So that was it for Zara. The orc is not going to reposition. He wants to stay here and keep attacking the wizard. So that is that. Okay. Hero's turn. Barbarian.
Yes. Drifon is going to move. Ooh, ooh. Okay.
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 You've got to learn to roll on the mat. Okay. 6.
6. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I'll move to here. And then on my next turn, I'll search around the place.
Well, you've already searched that room, so...
No, this corridor.
Oh, okay. That's
The
fine.
door.
Okay, your dwarf's turn. Now, if he searches the room, which he moved in there to do, he won't be able to attack this turn.
Okay, yes.
Which, you know, is fine. You search the room.
Hazard. Suddenly, stone. The stone beneath you, your feet gives way. You fall into a shallow hole, lose 1 body point, and ending your turn, you may climb out and move normally on your next turn.
Okay, so that's a hazard, and those do happen. And when those happen in the treasure deck, the deck gets shuffled so that could come up again.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
So the more treasures you pull out of the treasure deck, you get to a point of diminishing returns. The bad things stay, the good things come out for real.
Oh gosh.
Well, eventually you hit a point where it's just not worth searching anymore. Alright, so you take 1 point of damage. Make sure you note that on your dwarf's character sheet. And your turn is...
6. Yes.
It was a 7, and it goes down to a 6, yes. So.
Stupid floor. Floor.
That was your turn. Now it's my turn. The elf does not want the wizard to die. And since he killed the Famir, he thinks he can do better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, he can't get into the room. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he can do this. He can move over here and see what is beyond, which is exactly as it appears. Side tunnel here, no doors. Okay, the wizard will try to defend himself. But he is going to move here.
Get away from me, man.
Yes. Not so much. He's going to attack.
Yes.
He has 1 die to attack with.
Oh gosh.
Which is not damage. Okay, well, that didn't work.
Doink.
So now, the Zargon's turn. The orc attacks with 3 dice. Rolls a skull.
Oh gosh.
We've seen this before.
Yes.
2 dice to defend. The wizard rolls a success. He takes no damage.
Okay then.
All right, and now
God.
the orc is wide open. There's no easy way for him to duck so that he can be better defended. But what he will do is move over here into the corner so he can still attack the wizard, but he can only be attacked by 1 other hero, rather than letting them come on all sides on him. This is Zargon playing aggressively, rather than just leaving the orc in the middle of the room to get surrounded and slaughtered. So, Barbarian's turn again.
Okay, so I am going to try to kill the ultimate baddie.
How? Oh, you got to move in the room.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll.
9.
That's actually 11.
Oh, 11. Creak.
Okay, so he's going to move in and get ready to attack. He gets 3 dice to attack with because he's using a broadsword.
Oh, yep.
The orc uses 2 dice to defend. That's 3 successes. He's a dead orc no matter what I roll. And I rolled 1 to defense. So he takes 2 points of damage and dies utterly. So that's one threat gone. And now because he moved an attack, that is the end of his turn. So it is your dwarf's turn now.
Okay, so he is going to move.
Give it here.
He's going to move to
6.
6? Oh, yeah, there. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. He's in the corridor. He can't search for traps or do anything, so his turn is over.
Well, there is no traps.
Correct. Alright, so the elf goes. The elf did not search this room. He went off to go and help out. Oh, wait a minute. Which room did he not search? He didn't search this room. So we move there. Can you stop doing the breathing thing? Thank you. That's distracting.
No, that's the elf.
Oh, yes,
This
you're
is
right.
my
I'm sorry.
barbarian.
That gives him plenty of movement to go in so he can get his search that he was supposed to have. Gem. Tucked into the toe of an old boot, you find a small gem worth 35 gold coins. All right.
Boot.
Well, he's got a gem, he's got some gold now. So the elf is coming out okay. Can you blow your nose? Stop doing that then. All right, the wizard, who has searched everywhere and is just the victim of this surprise ambush, is going to move himself into position. Where are we going next? Do you want to go here?
How about here?
Okay.
Then.
1, 2,
Maybe
4, 5, 6. Again, he can't see anything at this point, so Zargon has no creatures to move, so it is your turn with your barbarian.
Okay, so I successfully defeated the monster for the elf.
Yes, you-
the wizard.
Yes, you did. You
The
saved the
wonderful
wizard.
wizard.
Here he is, a wonderful whiz. Okay.
9.
Very good.
And I am going to...
Didn't you just say we were going the other way?
Oh, yeah, there... I'm sorry.
So, 1, 2. If you want to split up, that's fine, but this is a dangerous level to do that to.
3, 4.
Okay, stop. You see a door there, and door here.
I am going to go to this door and open it.
Okay, so again, movement-wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop.
Stop.
Okay. Open arch. And inside the room, you can now see
Oh,
Couple
2
of...
goblins
Oh, 2 goblins. Okay.
standing in front of a table. You could even move up 1 space and attack if you wanted to.
Okay. Yes, I will kill them.
Okay. Well, you got 3 dice, and they have 1 to defend, so you've got a pretty good chance. 1, 2, 3 skulls. Again, his 1 die is not going to do any good. Man, that one dies horribly. All right. Well, that's good. No special keys about that room, so...
Yes.
All right. Now your dwarf's turn. Is he going to be able to get over there to help? You'll need a really good movement roll to do it.
Okay. Well, my barbarian is going to take care of the...
Well, he's already done all he can. The goblin's going to at least get a poke in at him at this point. Yeah, your dwarf's not going to get there in time to help.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7. He's
At
to the door.
He's at the door.
He's at the door,
So-
looking, peeking in.
Yep, and if you're at the door, you can see into the room, you just can't attack or search or do anything else, so that's where he's at. Okay, my elf's turn, who is way the heck out of the way. But that's what happens when you go looting for treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's all he can do. And the wizard.
Wonderful wizard of not Oz.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And he's going to
He
try
will
to
move
help.
in and try to shank the goblin.
Shake the goblin.
One roll to attack. Got a skull. There's a skull. The goblin gets 1 die to defend. And that's a skull. He does not defend. The dagger is enough to kill the goblin.
Wait, they can't see the skulls.
You can once it's blown up into high definition. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you get to take our word for it. So, goblins are dead. There's no other exit out of this room. It was kind of a dead end. And yeah, that's it. Again, no monsters survived, so it is the hero's turn once again. This is a new room that has not been searched.
Oh, I think I should search this room. And, ooh, gosh dang it, hazard.
Uh-oh.
While you're searching, a hidden arrow shoots you from the wall, striking you. You lose 1 body point, and your turn is over. Return this card to the...
So, thwack, arrow. That hurt. So, that goes back to the deck. That gets shuffled. So that can make a return in the future.
Sneaky little devil.
Clever girl. Alright, now it is the dwarf's turn to do dwarfy things.
I am a dwarf.
Yeah, he could be digging a hole, but...
He can't because he has an axe.
Yeah, actually he's only a short sword right now, so...
No, but he has an axe.
Fair enough.
And, ooh, 6. Well, that's not going to cut it. Okay.
That'll cut enough to
1,
go in the room
2,
and search
3,
the room if you
4.
want.
Okay, I'll search the room for a wandering monster.
Oh!
Gosh, dang it!
An orc pops up and attacks.
The
Roar!
monster stalks you and attacks.
I'll take that. Roar! Gets shuffled back in. And he goes to attack. You have 2 dice to defend. He has 3 dice to attack.
Ooh, me.
Those 3 dice are 1 point of damage. You need to roll a white shield in order to avoid the damage. And you got 2 white shields. You are fine.
Suck it.
That's not nice.
Sorry.
Return this
What
card.
is a bad
And you know what the fun thing is?
What?
It doesn't say that, well, because you search, that is all you can do, and you move to get in here, so you're done.
Yes.
Alright, my elf's turn. We'll see how far he can move. It's kind of crowded
He
in
is
there.
far away.
Yeah, he only moves 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait up, guys, I can help. Yeah.
Oh my god.
The wizard moves over and he will try to shank the orc. It's a little bit easier because he's a bigger target, but he's got better armor. So, 1 die to shank. No damage. Now, playing as Zargon, if I have my choice, I have a crusty old dwarf in front of me, who a point of damage or 2 is not really going to hurt, or I have a wizard that I could get close to taking him out, I will attack the wizard, because the wizard was stupid to attack me. So, I roll nothing. No successes for damage. So that was futile.
Futile?
Yep, did nothing.
Absolutely nothing for Zargon's defense.
And here's the other thing. Because the wizard moved there, which was not a good idea tactically, the barbarian can't move in to help out. So, because he cannot pass through the monster's turn, he can't crawl over the furniture.
I guess he's going to have to get out.
Yep, we can go check another room if he wants.
Yes.
Okay.
His brain is telling him so.
6. This is what happens when barbarians listen to their brains.
Wait.
Okay,
3.
you were right. Inside the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take you right to the door. You want to open it?
Yes. Okay. I'll open the door.
Boop. Door gets opened. there are a lot of open doors that come with this game. Okay.
Yes, but no open, closed
This
ones.
room, not a lot of closed doors, but a lot of open doors. We have the impressive looking wizard or sorcerer's
book.
desk.
Yes.
And in this room, one little gobbo and one orc.
Gosh dang it! Why do these?
And
What?
there is another door leading out of this room.
Ooh.
Okay, so you've got one more point of movement, which is not going to get you in range to fight.
Yes, I'll go in there. Ooh.
All right, you're in the room. You can search the room if you'd like.
Yes, I will.
Okay, draw a card.
Wandering frickin' monster.
Oh, looks like your job just got interesting.
Gosh dang it!
There's another orc that just pops up. And he gets to attack you right away, so there's your 2 dice.
I'm starting to frickin' hate these things.
Okay, you got 2 dice to defend with, I got 3 dice to attack with. And I do 1 point of damage, and you've defended it.
Yes.
So far, the monsters haven't been hitting at all, so... Okay, dwarf's
Except for
turn.
a trap.
Dwarf's turn.
Except for a trap.
Dwarf's turn.
Oh, yes.
So,
You were slicey, le big orc.
Okay. The orc gets 2 dice to defend. Okay, you did no damage.
Nope.
Okay, do you want to stay there then?
Yes.
Give up a movement? Okay, makes sense.
Or actually go behind here.
You
'cause-
can't. You'd have to pass through the orc space. You can't do that.
Oh,
You can't move on a diagonal either. Okay, the elf goes. Wow, again, incredibly slowly.
wait up,
1,
guys.
2, 3, 4. He's trying to get over to help the fighter. But
Wait
man, I am cursed as far as movement goes.
The elf is cursing me. Too.
Oh, and 2 for the wizard. That's even worse.
I wonder if a
Okay,
wizard
I'm
box-
moving out of the way so that the thing can't attack me. If I can avoid it. Actually, I take it back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack it first. See if I can kill it. Nope, no damage. And then I'm going to move slightly out of the way. And...
I needed to get a better weapon.
yeah, well, we are all looking for that. So the orc is going to continue to follow, because why wouldn't he?
He just wants to eat some wizard
Oh,
flesh.
there's 2 points of damage. I don't think the wizard's going to block that as easily. Yes, he did.
That's impressive.
The wizard is amazing.
The wonderful
Now
wizard
comes
is
comes
amazing.
your problem.
Oh gosh.
The goblin is going to stay back and cheer because the 2 orcs are going to take turns beating on the barbarian.
No.
So you've got 2 dice for defense, right there. And I've got 3 dice to attack you twice. Okay, so the first one coming is 1 point of damage. Can you defend? You do. And again. Oh, amazing damage. 3 points of
Dang it.
damage. You won't be able to get away from that one. Oh, but you roll 2 dice of defense.
Bonk.
So you take 1 point of damage for all of that. Now the hard part is that they're all ganging up on you, and there's no room for anybody else to get into the room. So unless you take one of them down with your attack, there's not going to be anybody else coming in to help
Yes,
you.
I'll take down one of the orcs, for goodness sakes.
Okay.
Yes!
Well, that's
impressiveness.
3. Yeah, he's not coming back from that. Which one are you taking down?
The one in front of me.
Good idea.
Boom.
Very good idea. Champion idea.
Ha!
All right. Do you want to move or do you want to stay there?
I'll move 1 inch
Well,
closer
then you're going to have to roll to see if you're how much you get to move.
le goblin.
Okay, you have enough movement to move anywhere in that room you want to. Okay, so you're penning in the orc a little bit? Okay, good. Your dwarf's turn. The dwarf is still chasing after the wizard. Cue Benny Hill music here. Okay. Little dyslexia here, minor dungeon quake going on. Let's get things back. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Attacking the orc. The orc's got 2 dice to defend. You've got 2 dice to attack.
To clunk him on the head.
1 point of damage. No defense. The orc dies.
No defense.
He didn't roll anything to defend. Those work for heroes.
Oh.
He needs a black shield.
Oh.
That's what they defend with.
Okay.
So
we can defend with black and...
No, you defend with the white shields.
Oh.
Bad guys defend with the black. Oh. So, you are free and clear in this room, although the fighter's got some issues. You'll want to move, I suspect.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll those dice, and maybe you can get in there and try to cover for the fighter a little bit.
Try to move
but
his
you'll need
stubby legs.
Yeah, you're going to need a lot of... Well, you got some movement.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6.
You can't be in the same square as another person. So.
Oh, okay.
7.
This is...
Okay, so he's at the door.
This is a normal thing for everyday RPGers.
Pretty much.
Trying to move to
3
space.
Okay, 1, 2. He's going to try to help out the fighter to minimize the amount of bloodshed. So that's 2 dice to attack with. That's 2 successes, and he gets 2 dice to defend, and does not defend,
nope.
And the orc dies. Alright, that just leaves the goblin. The elf has done everything in his turn.
So it's Zygar.
No, it's the wizard's turn.
Oh.
The wizard is going to draw for treasure and search this room.
Oh,
another wandering monster.
The wizard is just unlucky.
Yes, that is a fit description.
Both amazing and unlucky.
Okay, the orc rolls 2 dice for attack. 2 dice that show damage, I should say, and the wizard does not block. This time, the wizard takes
2 damage.
2 points of damage, which is not good if you're a wizard.
Oh! So he only has 2 left.
2 points left, yes.
And then he's dead.
You know, things with special effects. Okay, he gets to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't even move past the dwarf for his own protection. He's stuck. So this isn't a good place for the wizard. This is actually really bad.
Doesn't he have a potion?
He does have a potion of healing, which he will use if he gets stricken down. You can save yourself if you have a potion of healing. So, the orc is obviously going to chase him. 3 dice to attack with again. 1 hits. The wizard has 2 dice to defend. Nope. He takes a point of damage. He is now down to 1 point.
But he has a damage potion.
Okay. The goblin. Well. You were down here.
Going to bite.
He's going to come over here and he's going to stab at the barbarian. He has 2 dice to attack. You have 2 dice to defend with.
You dare to stab me in the butt.
He does 1 point of damage, which you block.
Yes.
He dared, but it probably wasn't a good idea.
Yes.
Because it's now the barbarian's turn again. Barbarian's turn.
Oh. Yes, so the barbarian is going to slice the head off of the goblin.
Alright. The gobbo only gets 1 die to defend with. Which he does. So you need to do at least 2 points of damage, and you don't do any.
Dang it!
Okay, well, all that thud and bluster, nothing of it. Your dwarf's turn. Maybe he can finish off the goblin. You have to roll movement.
But he's...
You can roll through the... You can go through the elf space. Oh my gosh.
What?
3. It's just exactly what you needed to be able to go next to him. Which was kind of fun. Okay. So,
hello.
you get your attack. He gets 1 die to defend with. You get 2 to attack. That's 2 successes, so he's going to die no matter what. Squash. Alright, and that's his turn. The elf's turn. The elf is going to search for treasure.
Oh no.
Another wandering monster.
This is none of your guys' turn. Fair luck.
It's been pretty bad, yes. I'll agree with that. The orc attacks the elf immediately and rolls 2 points of damage. The elf defends. Nothing, so he takes 2 points of damage. Well, that's not good.
Yeah, 6, so...
Down to
yes,
4.
4.
Oh gosh.
We've been on a bad luck for as far as searching rooms, that's for sure. There is probably still treasure in there, though. Wizard's turn, and he is being attacked,
So he's
chased and
gonna
hunted
shank-
down by an orc. So he's going to try to attack the orc.
Shank
1
it.
die.
with one stubby little die.
Yeah, well, that one stubby little die has a 50-50 shot of being a skull, which it was. And that guy gets 2 dice to defend against. And he doesn't. And he dies by daggering. That's why it's worth trying.
Yes.
So, kills the orc in the hallway.
But doesn't he have a potion of healing?
He does have a potion of healing.
Is he going to drink it?
No, he's not at this point. There's a very good reason for it. So he's going to move into the room. 1...
To get the taste of the action.
No, wait. Actually, he can't. There's an orc in the way.
Yes, the
So he's not going to do that.
Is he going to cast a spell?
He's saving up his magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to come down here by the door.
Is he going to open it?
Not yet, no.
Oh, it's not his turn.
He's coming by the door, but he's not going to open it up and chance that there's something inside that can crush him. Especially with 1 hit point. He's just waiting for everybody else to get done. Okay,
So
it's Zargon's turn. Zargon has 3 dice for the
Zargon.
orc.
Yes. Go, my horrible orc.
The orc is going to keep attacking the elf because who doesn't want to attack an elf?
2
That's 2 skulls and a shield
Shink.
against the defense of 1 shield. So he takes a point of damage. So he's down to 3.
Oh, that's
Barbarian's turn again.
I will slice your head off.
Okay, so he's going to move here and attack.
Yes.
Since he only has to move a single space. You don't have to roll movement. You'll always get that far. No damage.
Darn it! Ugh.
Now the
Hate when
dwarf.
that happens.
Now the dwarf is stuck.
He's gonna open the door.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll movement.
Yes.
12. Oh my goodness. So that's 1, and it opens.
I am a dwarf and I'm opening the doors. Opening the doors.
All right, the door
Opening the doors.
opens. On the other side, you see
You see?
2 skeletons.
Ooh, 2
Spooky skeletons. Okay.
And
The camera can't see that.
yeah, I'll fix that. But more importantly,
And
what
there
else?
is a door.
See in there?
I swear-
You see another door.
I swear there's gonna be a hidden door right that leads right.
No, there's no
through.
secret door.
Dang it.
Okay, we're going to recalculate a little bit.
Oh. It looks like your game board just fell
We're
down.
fine. We're fine. All right. So now,
The dwarf is gonna move in and slice one of the
skeletons.
skin.
Okay. Skeletons are just 1 step up from goblins. They get 2 dice to defend, 2 dice to attack.
Oh, and only 1 hit point.
Yep.
Dang
but
it.
you roll 2 shields and they take no damage.
Dang it.
All right.
Only for me defense.
The elf's turn. The elf will attack that goblin or orc and try to kill him. He's got 2 dice to attack with. That's 2 successes. So it's 2
yeah.
wounds against the orc's defense of nothing. Stop rocking the table, please. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
And that guy dies. So it's 1 less orc.
Oh yeah. I killed it.
And the elf will want to... he rolls snake eyes for movement.
Snake eyes.
That's 1 and a 1. So he's going to move over here to try to help the dwarf. The wizard now realizes that he's really out of position, can't help anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And
Now,
is he going to drink the potion?
he is not going to drink the potion because he has spells. He has healing magic.
Oh,
But
yeah.
to get the most out of it, you
He's
want
going
to
get
Magic. It's mana.
see if there's anything else that might be able to help other people as well. And
Is it so?
huh?
Say, boing.
He will cast. No, he'll drink the healing potion. So, no, he's not. He's just gonna. He's going. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna drink the healing potion. He's just going to end his turn. Monsters' turns.
Right.
2 skeletons. Both attacking.
Rattle, rattle, rattle.
Rattle, rattle, thunderclatter, boom, boom, boom. 2 dice to attack versus your 2 dice to defend. 2 successful hits.
Dang it.
1 successful defense. Your dwarf takes 8 points of damage. He only takes 1 point of damage. He's got another attack incoming though, so record it and be ready. Here we go. 2 attack. This time 1 point of damage, which you did not defend, so you take another point of damage. All right.
It's not even trying. To
Now
defend himself.
back to your barbarian. Well, he doesn't have any armor yet. He's running around practically naked in the dungeon. So, your barbarian's going to have to move. He's already searched that room.
Okay.
And you will probably want to get a skeleton kill. 7. That'll give you enough distance to get in there. Wrong character. Wrong character. Wrong character.
No, that's the barbarian.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Ooh. Yeah.
You're going to have to move 1 more over so that you're adjacent to him. Positioning in a game like this is 3 for damage. The skeleton only rolls 2 and can take 1, so he's dead. Dead again. Deader, if you would. Alright, now your dwarf's turn. I'm assuming you're going to attack.
Yes.
It will attempt to defend. No damage.
Dang it.
2 black shields. Alright, you can move if you'd like.
Yes, the dwarf is gonna get away. Because he wants his life. He's not gonna... He's gonna run from a decayed
6.
corpse. A fully decayed corpse.
You can't go through the wall. You're in
Not
that.
going through the wall.
Staying there?
Yeah.
Okay. Elf's turn. The elf would like to help.
That's
1,
why I
2,
let him.
3, 4. And he will attack. 2 dice to attack. 1 hit. 2 dice to defend.
Low chance. Oh, low chance.
No success.
And so the
And he's gone.
the bone shambler is gone. Yeah.
Okay. Then the wizard
The
will
wonderful
move
wizard.
into the room and
Search.
Well, you're at another door, so I don't want to see another secret door.
The secret door?
Or I don't want to see another wandering monster, but I'm going to search. There's still too many cards there. Wandering monster.
Gosh dang it, your luck is so run out.
I'm not searching anymore. Which immediately gets to attack the wizard. 2 for damage.
Gosh.
The wizard will attempt to
Just
defend.
simply horrible.
Nothing. So he would die, except he has a healing potion, which restores 6 points. So he's back up to full.
But no, he's 4.
Back up to full. So that's discarded. Okay, well, we did what we had to do.
Yes.
So now,
So now he's going to have to run for his life.
yeah, Zargon gets to go, and he will attack the wizard again.
Wonderful wizard.
1 point of damage.
Dying.
And he defended, so no damage.
Woohoo! Good job.
Barbarian's turn. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I am going to move. Oh, open the door first. Got to be his profession because he is training to be a hero, of course. So he's got to open all the doors.
Okay.
Come on.
Well, in
Come on.
this room,
There's other monsters, I swear. There's going to be other monsters.
you would be correct.
Dang it. Gosh, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it.
There is a mummy.
No, not the mummy.
Mummies are powerful. And there's
No.
2 zombies. 1 normal zombie for the game. And we have a guest zombie. Pirate trick-or-treating zombie.
Why? Because you couldn't find any more?
Because one of the zombies went missing.
Uh,
So that's a lot of bad guys. And also, the mummy looks like it was once a mighty warrior, and it's big and powerful. So be wary. So what would you like to do?
get the heck away.
Remember, you've got the barbarian. It's his job to get in the way of danger so that the weaker guys can't get crushed.
Oh, okay.
But you do want to make sure that you don't leave your other guys without options.
I'm going to straight towards this.
Going after the zombie?
Yes,
Okay.
to take.
Zombies roll 3 dice for defense,
Yikes.
but they can still only take 1 point of damage. So you just need to do some damage.
Yes, I'm going to kill that shambler.
Okay. Well, 2 points of damage will certainly go a long ways, and he doesn't get any successes. So yes, that will outright kill the zombie with the heavy cleaver. Dwarf's turn.
Dwarf's turn.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the dwarf is going to move his stubby legs to the back of the zombie if he has enough.
3.
Dang
Nope.
it. But he is going to move towards the zombie and trying to kill it.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
To fillet it.
Okay,
He's going
gets
to
3 dice. You
fillet
have 2 dice. Good. 2 versus nothing. Again, zombies are slaughtered quickly. Well, that worked out pretty well.
But uh-oh, it's a mini boss.
Yeah, it really kind of is. So, the elf, seeing this,
It's trying
and seeing
to.
that he's already hurt, he will cast the spell Rock Skin on himself, which
Makes us.
lets him throw 1 extra combat die when defending. May help a lot, may not help at all. Hard to say. But we go 8.
Which is just him casting a spell to make his skin more harder.
Correct. And he will go up and try to tank the mummy.
Le Mame is
Yes.
going to kill.
Now, the wizard is once again stuck because everybody rushed off in the room full of undead and left him with an orc again.
Gosh dang
So he
it.
will try to attack the orc, and he misses. Because he is...
I'm going to shake you. I'm going to shake you.
Yeah. And he rolls a 6 for movement. So he is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And actually he's going to go this way because he kind of wants him to go after. Alright, Zargon's turn. In the tradition of mummies and curses, their curse will go after the first person who goes into the tomb.
Curse?
Yes. He's going to go and try to take down the warrior. He gets 4 dice to attack. The warrior gets 2 dice to defend.
Oh, gosh.
4 points of damage. No screaming, please. Versus nothing for defense.
Crap.
You take 4 points of damage, but you have a character who can take 4 points of damage and not die.
But he only has 2.
That's what healing magic is for. And the orc is going to come around and he's going to attack the elf from behind. He rolls
Behind
3
the
for
door.
attack,
Behind the door.
2, and the elf rolls 3 for defense.
Get away from me.
2 successes means no damage. Now his rock skin potion, or his rock skin spell, will last until he takes a point of damage. Which means a couple of things. Number 1, he's not going to search rooms anymore. Risk of a trap is too great.
Yes.
Unless he takes a point of damage. So.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's Barbarian's turn. He's got an angry mummy in front of him. The mummy can take 2 points of damage. Rolls 4 dice for defense. You do 1,
Pink.
and he defends.
Ah, dang it.
Next,
Move.
the dwarf.
Move. Move. Oh.
Gotta gang up on him. Oh, you can move your barbarian if you'd like. However, I'll tell you this, I will heal him with the elf.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, he's going to attack.
Who is?
The dwarf.
You gotta move him.
Gosh dang it.
Sorry, that's the rules. He's not adjacent to him at this point.
So Stubby McLegs walks behind him and shanky.
Okay, 2 dice to attack versus 4 dice for defense. No damage.
I am starting to hate these dice.
Yeah.
I hate
All
their
right.
guts.
The elf will attack.
The elf.
2 dice. 1 point of damage.
And no.
No defense, so he takes 1 point of damage. So he gets this death token underneath him. And then the wizard moves over here. So he can get diagonal line of sight in.
Isn't he going to heal the barbarian?
I just realized that I forgot to do that with the elf. But don't worry about it, because I have... Not that one.
Tempest?
Tempest. The Tempest spell.
Le Tempest.
This spell creates a small whirlwind that envelops one monster of your choice. This monster will then miss its next turn. So, nothing for you. Which means an entire another round of playing Pinata with this mummy.
Yes.
So, the downside is this orc still is coming. He's tired of being ignored by everyone.
Don't ignore me.
And he's going to go after the barbarian, who's looking a little vulnerable right now.
Oh my god.
2 dice for defense.
Right.
2 dice for defense. 2 dice for defense. Who's attacking your barbarian?
Oh no.
1 point of damage. And no defense. Take 1 point of damage.
I am almost
Almost dead. Not
die.
quite dead yet. Alright. Your turn. You
I'm
should leverage those 3 dice. You can't even move at this point. You're stuck.
I'm going to kill that orc.
Why don't you kill the mummy?
Well, the orc.
You have the best chance of hurting him because you have 3 dice to roll. Okay.
1. But
So that's 2.
But he is going to kick my butt.
Not if you kill him. Which you do. The extra point of damage is enough to finish him off. Dead mummy.
Oh, please, someone heal me.
Goblin or dwarf's turn.
Okay. He is going to
Move.
move. Yes, move his stubby legs. Go, Stubby, go.
2.
Dang it.
Wow. The absolute worst.
1, 2.
Oh, did I forget? I did forget one other thing.
There is a door.
There's a door. I missed the door.
The door is right there.
But I don't think you want to open that door, do you?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay, the elf's turn. The elf...
Is going to try to heal.
No.
Please.
The elf is going to finish off the goblin, or the orc. 2 dice. 1 hit. 2 dice. Oh, he defended. The wizard will heal.
Heal me, please.
Yes.
Because I need heals.
Water of Healing. This may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. Contact with this revitalizing water will restore up to 4 lost body points. So get heal 4 points.
Yay! And now I'm up to 5.
And a nice water spell. Well, that's good, because now that thing is attacking you again.
No!
2 dice to defend.
Yes.
1 point of damage only. And you defend.
Yes! First time!
Your turn.
First
Your turn.
time. Okay.
Barbarian's turn.
Okay.
You're going to smite him?
Yes, please let me kill him, please.
It's 2 dice to defend.
Please.
Go ahead.
I'm on you. Because
I might not need to roll if you don't roll any damage. But you rolled 2, he rolled no defense, so the orc is dead. Okay. The room is suddenly quiet. Would you like to roll movement?
Yes.
Okay.
Except for the quaking blood trickling through the cracks.
Yes.
What, is that too violent?
No, not really.
Open the door.
Okay, you open the door. What do you think might be in the room
Monsters.
after you've just fought a mummy and some zombies?
Monsters.
And some skeletons, too.
Monsters.
What kind of monsters, silly goose?
I don't know. More mummies. Limo mummies. Limo mummies.
Sarcophagus.
Called it.
Pair of skellies.
Oh, gosh.
Skellingtons.
And a mummy.
As my friend Jim Sterling might say. And Le Mumie. And
Called it.
And
and a treasure chest.
treasure chest.
Why did I say treasure?
I don't know. But goodies. Alright, so you've opened the door. I'm assuming you're not walking into
Yes,
the room.
I am not walking into the door.
So you stepped aside? So that the dwarf can go in, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay.
Please.
Dwarf's turn.
Yes, he is going to move his stubby legs towards the skeleton and stabby them with his great...
Again, a blistering speed of 3 spaces.
Wait, that's enough to kill.
It is enough to move into the room, yes. But this is a tough room to be in because nobody can come in and help you.
Oh, shoot.
Well, go ahead and attack. You create your own room. Skylar will try to defend. He does defend. Alright.
Oh, gosh.
The elf. Dwarf is hurt but not bad. The elf is not searching for traps.
Because he's...
The elf is going to end his turn.
dead.
The wizard is going to end his turn because there's nothing he can do. And yeah, that is that. Okay, 2 skeletons attacking you. 2 for defense. 2 for attack.
Oh gosh, I'm going to be
Nothing
hit
from
like a pinata.
nothing from the first attack, so that'll be for the second. Nope, no damage.
Ting, 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 ting.
No more. They were just incompetent and whooshed.
Pass.
All right, your barbarian's turn. Your barbarian can't get in there and attack. There's no room. He'll pass his turn.
Yes.
Dwarf,
Kill the skeleton.
1 point of damage. Is there enough? Yes, it is.
Yes!
Which skeleton are you going to kill?
There. That one.
You sure you don't want to kill
Yes,
this one that
that
will let
one.
somebody else come in?
Yes.
There you go. Well done. So, the elf goes. Stop doing that.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to attack the mummy. He figures if he could successfully attack and kill that Famir, maybe.
No, not le mummy. Lo
And-
muchos creciendo.
Okay, he's already cast the rocks again. He will attack. 2 dice against 4 dice. Ooh. 2 for attack, and he needs to do 2 points of damage. Well, he did the 2 points of damage. damage. Let's see if the mummy doesn't resist this damage, he's dead. He didn't. He resisted 1 point. He takes 1 point of damage. Well, nickel and dime, nickel and dime. Sometimes,
Nickel and dime.
sometimes that's how it goes.
Dun, dun, dun.
The wizard. You cannot convince the wizard to go in there up against that mummy. That is not gonna happen.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is there something I can do?
If I get a wandering monster, I am going to sue Gargoyle. Zoran.
Zargon?
Yes, I am going to sue him.
Okay. The wizard is passing. Just because he can't afford to get in and mix it up with that mummy.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, we are going to take a short bathroom break here while Alex goes and takes care of himself.
But-
1 moment.
Well,
Okay, we're back. We kind of forgot where we were, so we're just going to start over with a new turn. Which I think is about right for where everybody is. So, Alex, you want to go ahead and have the barbarian go?
yes.
Because we really need to get rid of that mummy.
Big
4.
mummy trouble.
Well, 1, 2, 3. There, yeah, you can move in and attack.
Yeah! Be afraid, mummy.
The mummy is technically immune to fear, so... Alex is suffering from dyslexia. You need one more.
I need...
Where'd the other die go that you dropped? Okay, just roll this die. I will find it.
You need the flashlight.
No, we don't. It's a white die. It will not be hard to find. Go ahead and roll your 1 die. Okay. You rolled 2 damage. You've got 4 dice to defend with.
Nope.
No, nothing. Mummy is dead.
Ugh.
Okay, it's your dwarf's turn.
The dwarf is going to kill a skeleton. A spooky, spooky skeleton.
Spooky, spooky. Spooky,
He
spooky
gets 2 dice to
skeleton.
roll.
Yep. And the skeleton only gets 2, right?
And the skelly gets 2, yes. What'd you get?
2. I mean, 1.
Well, he got nothing, so that's enough to kill him. Yay! Skellies are dead.
Yay.
You can move if you'd like.
What's the money for?
What money?
No jewels.
You can buy and upgrade your character at the end.
Oh.
So, do you want to move your dwarf, or are you satisfied here?
Yes, I am satisfied.
Okay.
Could I?
Nope. You attack. That was your action this turn.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. You're rocking the table. The elf is going to search the room.
Yay.
You know, with a sarcophagus and a treasure chest there. The first hero searches for treasure will find 84 gold coins in the treasure chest. Woo! That is not bad. So that's 84. Since there's no card to represent it, he just gets the 84 on his chest sheet. Which will help him buy a better weapon so he can help you better. Or maybe armor. Don't know yet. Okay, so this room has been searched. The primary treasure has been found, although other people can search it. Remember, though, you still have an elevated chance of the hazards coming up.
Yes.
To wit, the wizard isn't going to do that at all. Where are we going to go now? Are we going to go here to the center, or are we going to go...
To the center.
Okay.
Or... Yeah. Actually, you know what?
You aren't... You want to search? For the dwarf? You can.
Yes. Gem. Yay.
Yay. Wow, your dwarf is racking up those
30
gems.
38.
Read the card. The people online can't read your card.
Tucked into the toe of an old boot, you find a small gem worth 35 gold.
Good job.
Gold.
Good
Record
job.
the money on your sheet, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, so more gems, more boots.
More
Tons of boots in this dungeon. Okay. So anyhow, the elf, after searching, is going to be sprinting out of here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get out. The wizard likewise isn't searching anymore because it's just too dangerous. So he's getting out.
I'm
1,
not
2,
taking my
3, 4, 5, 6. And there's no monsters, so your turn.
Yippee skippy!
Searching or running out?
I don't. Screw it. YOLO. Potion of strength.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice.
You find a small purple flask. You can drink this strange smelling liquid at any time, enabling you to roll
Go ahead and keep reading.
2 extra combat dice the next time you attack.
Very nice.
This may only be used
Once, like any
once.
potion.
Once.
Okay, so when you see the next big monster, juice yourself up.
But I have a defense.
Oh, wow.
So go ahead and roll your movement. We're going to have to make some tracks to get out of here.
Yes, since Dad had a coughing spree,
I did. 6.
because you drank Coca
6.
Dr. Pepper the wrong way.
Thank you for the update.
Ooh.
Now, are you counting your squares?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And Lidorf is going to move the heck away from this sarcophagus creepy room.
9. Dwarf is trucking. Again, count out.
1, 2, 4, 4.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're getting out, 7, 8, 9. You could be just in front of that.
Yes. From
All
the
right.
door. Okay.
Yep. The elf will go. Again, he doesn't dare search anything. He doesn't want to take any damage. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go
Well, my luck.
right alongside here.
Well, I had my luck.
Yeah, you did get lucky. But if he takes a point of damage, that rock skin spell is broken. So if he takes it from a silly trap, that means that it's wasted for good. Okay, so Wizard is leading this whole charge. Fortunately, there are no monsters here, so it is now once again the Barbarian's turn.
Yeah. Six. That's the sight I couldn't see. Sight I could see. Okay.
All right, now here's an interesting thing.
Yes.
There's no monsters, plus no random monsters show up. So technically, you could just sit here and watch us roll turn after turn after turn, rolling the dice, rolling the dice, rolling the dice, not searching, just moving, which is kind of boring and dull, quite honestly.
Fast forward.
Instead, what we could do is fast forward, come to here where we wanted to go, right? Okay.
And defeat what is hopefully the gargoyle. Hopefully.
Thank you, Alex.
Sorry. You may.
Well, thank you. There is this area sealed off, so it is just a roundabout around the central room. Shall we position everybody?
Yes.
Because eventually, rolling movement, eventually everybody will get into position. So we're all standing there ready to charge in.
I'm going to kick that.
The other people who would have gotten there first, probably the wizard, would just sit in his one spot and wait for everybody else to get into position. So we will lead off with the first person, rolling maneuver, and booting the door.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll. Yeah, 10. Very, very respectable. All right. So, once again,
Let's see what massive
there is
doomstorm comes from.
a table.
Oh gosh. A chair.
It's a menacing table. The throne.
A throne. Oh. No, that's a chair.
It's a special kind of chair called a throne, Alex.
Okay.
It's a more regal chair. There is a fireplace.
Oh, yay! The first use of a
You guys can see
fireplace.
From the back, it's not nearly as impressive, but it's there.
Yes.
There is a Chaos Warrior.
Chaos.
There is an Orc.
No.
There is another Orc. And there is
The big boss.
the Gargoyle.
The big boss.
Varag, the Gargoyle we have to kill to win.
Or shove.
So your Barbarian has 10 points of movement. You can move and attack.
I am going to move and straight kill up the. Chaos.
Chaos Warrior?
Yes.
Okay, good idea.
Attack dice.
He rolls 4 dice for defense,
Buddy.
and he takes 3 points of damage to kill him.
Ching, 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 ching.
So go ahead.
If I succeed, hallelujah.
Well, you can't possibly kill him with your first shot. Oh yeah, you can, if you get all 3.
Gosh!
But you've got one. You get it with 1. And he didn't defend, so he takes a point of damage. That is how you have to take down the tougher guys. You have to chip them down.
Chippery, chippery, chippery. I am going to search.
Okay, your dwarf's turn.
Oh. My dwarf is going to move in and kill Le Betty Orc.
You're not going to double up on the...
Okay. Yeah, fine. Okay, I'm going to help.
I'm not gonna help too.
Move in.
It's over under that chair. Let's...
Okay.
Now,
Oh,
one of the most important tactical
advantage
parts of one of these games is that you realize that a wounded enemy does just as much damage as a fresh enemy. So if you go hurt one enemy and then you go and attack another fresh enemy,
Oh crap!
both of them can attack you. Whereas if you double up, hurt, and then kill one enemy, only half of them can attack you.
Yes, 1.
So you do 1 point of damage. He rolls
Please, 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 please.
and defends. Okay. You tried. It was a good shot.
Okay.
All right. The elf goes.
I see a.
He moves over and he attacks the orc.
Oh, that's just a speck of dust. I thought I saw a spider.
No.
No less.
2 against the orc. 1 point of damage. The orc rolls 2 dice to defend. No defense, dies. Whack.
Whack.
And the elf is protected, so he's feeling pretty good about things. So
Until the
that.
demon comes and slays him.
It's a gargoyle, not a demon. See, back in this day and era, the people were really kind of concerned with 3.
Saying as them.
Yeah, not using the demon word as much.
But said the gargoyle. Because that's probably what it is. Bum 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 bum.
Okay. The wizard moves over to here,
Wonderful wizard.
and he casts a spell on the gargoyle. Sleep! The spell puts a monster into a deep sleep so it cannot move, attack, or defend itself. The spell can be broken at once, or on a future turn by a monster rolling 1 red die for each of its mind points. If a 6 is rolled, the spell is broken. Cannot be used on mummies, zombies, or skeletons. The undead creatures cannot be slept, but he can, so he is now asleep. So that's good.
And I'm guessing
And he has
the
4 mind points, so
the gargoyle is going to properly sleep.
we are hoping he doesn't move.
I mean,
Okay, Zargon's turn.
I'm.
He moves over to here. Can't do anything right now. He can't attack on a diagonal. The Chaos Warrior will attack.
The dwarf. Or Jafar.
He'll attack the. He'll attack the Barbarian because the Barbarian's the bigger threat to him. He rolls 4 dice to attack. You roll 2 dice to defend. And that's 2 points.
Oh gosh.
And he takes 2 points.
Gosh, dang it! So now I'm 3 points off to death.
The Gargoyle will attempt to break the sleep spell. He needs a 6, and he gets 4 dice
I
to
guess
roll.
he's gonna sleep more.
1, 2.
heavily.
We're gonna hope so. Yes, he's still sleeping. All right, Hero's turn.
Yippee!
How bad of a shape is?
It's 3.
Is it 3?
Driffon is 3. And Le Chimley, yes, that's what I named him,
Okay.
is 4.
Okay, so they're beat up, but they're not quite close to death yet.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Barbarian first.
Yes, Barbarian is going to kick the Case Warrior.
No, wait, before you roll. Okay, good roll. I said something too slow.
Too slow.
Oh, no defense. He's dead. Good job. Boom. I was going to say, against a tougher opponent, you've got those potions. Don't be afraid to use the potions.
I am.
Back it up. Alright, it's your dwarf's turn.
Dang it. Many dice were fell under this kind of stress.
We're falling.
Yes.
Okay, your dwarf is going to do what?
Kill the orc. Go first. Okay.
How'd you do? Nothing. No damage.
Dang it.
2 shields. Alright, well, Elf's turn. Huh. Not really anything he can do.
Okay,
Okay, this is what he's going to try to do. He's going to cast another spell. Pass through rock on himself. No. On second thought, he's not going to. He's going to go 1, 2, 3.
Why?
There's a reason. Got a good
Is he
idea.
going to drink something?
No. He's going to go around behind, pass through rock so he can come up and attack.
Oh my gosh, that is brilliant.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant, lad.
But that's all he can do.
Dang it.
The wizard, on the other hand,
Is he going to cast a sleepy poo spell?
he's not. I
Or
was
if
thinking
he
about
does-
casting the genie spell, though, that would really bop somebody.
The genie?
I've got 2 more attack spells.
And I'm guessing
Nope,
after...
nope, better idea.
I'm guessing if we kill the monster, then we're going to have to get to the
Nope.
entrance.
Casting a courage spell on Drifo.
Driffon.
Yep.
Driffon.
So you get 2 extra dice to roll when you go to attack them.
And
nasty.
I'm going to drink this.
Oh boy. This is loading up for a big shot.
I am going.
Hopefully
to,
it's not setting up
I'm
for this
gonna
one.
mess it up. I'm gonna.
Okay,
kill
thank you.
him.
All right. We're not going to do anything else, right?
Nope.
Okay, Gargoyle's going to try to wake up, first of all.
Oh, I forgot.
Nope.
I forgot. He's asleep.
Nope.
He's sleepy. Poo.
He's still sleeping. The orc is going to try to hurt the dwarf. Roll 2 dice for defense.
Sleeping like a baby.
2 hits. Or roll dice for defense for the dwarf. 2 dice. No, you take 2 points of damage.
Gosh darn it! Chimley was doing so well.
Calm down.
Chimley was doing so well.
Yeah.
So well.
Okay.
Brilliant acting. Brilliant. Oh.
All right, that was their turn. Now it is your turn.
Yay.
Well, you're gonna move up and thump him.
Yes, I'm gonna move.
Okay.
Vanamoose.
Okay, since you're only moving 2, and that's the minimum that you can get, you don't need to roll. You're already there.
Okay, so how many dice do I get?
As of right now, you get 5. Are you gonna
Okay.
drink the potion of?
I did.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, potion of strength,
I will drink the potion
which
of
gives you an extra 2 dice. Oh boy. So you get a total of 7 dice to roll. So roll all the dice and then 1 more time. Okay, what's that? What was that?
I think it was a scout.
Yeah, don't pick up the skulls. You've done 4 points of damage so far, and you get 1 more dice to roll. 1 more die.
Come on, come on, come on. Yes!
5 points of damage.
Yes.
He
Please.
has 5 dice to defend with and 3 body points. So if he needs 3 black skulls to survive this.
Yes.
He gets 1. Dead.
Woohoo! Yes.
That's piling on.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why are you sorry? You killed it. Good job. You've allowed us to complete the mission. Now we just have to get out of here. Again, if we could just kill the last monster, we can get out pretty much for free. You don't have to roll for it. It's a house rule, but I'm not going to make you sit, gentle audience, and watch all of that. So now we just have one guy to kill. Can your dwarf kill him? That's the question.
Hopefully. Sheesh.
2 dice on his defense. Your guy's attacking with 2 dice.
May
Go ahead.
their God bless them.
1. Nothing to defend. He dies.
Yes.
All right.
Hallelujah.
And the elf will search the room. Actually, no. We'll say since the barbarian did damage, we'll let you search. You want to search?
Yes, I will search.
Okay.
But if
you find 120 coins in the treasure chest.
okay.
So write 120 on Drafon's character sheet. Under gold. Now there are no more monsters, so we could sit here. We could 120. We could sit here and we could dice and move and try to get back to the entrance. We're not going to do that for your sake. There's nothing stopping us from leaving. So our characters, weary, beat up, exhausted, limp back to the entrance, having successfully completed this mission. All right, so that was a round of HeroQuest. Now, what we do, you get no bonus points for spells not cast, but what you do is there's no treasure offered for completing this mission. A lot of them do that. This one does not.
Wait.
So, instead, what you do is you look at the treasure that you found, and you write that value on your character sheet. So the wizard didn't find anything of any value. Your dwarf made out like a bandit, if I remember right.
Yes, he has. Oh no.
So you add up the gold value of what you have. So, for
Jules.
example, the elf found a gem worth 35 and a sack of gold worth 15. Together, that's worth 50 gold. So that's
I
added
have
to the 84.
135.
Okay,
130.
so write that on your character sheet. He also found a potion of healing. So that just goes under healing.
Right. Yeah.
And that is a d6.
And my glorious Drifon finds pouch of gold for
How much?
15
Okay, so he writes 15 gold.
plus 20, 120.
So what is that total?
That equals up to 135.
Very good.
The same exact gold that my dwarf has.
Yeah, there you go. All it takes sometimes is making the big score, being in the right place at the right time. Also, make sure that you write down that you have that potion of defense on for your character. That's useful to have too. I'm sure in a future adventure that could come in very handy, as long as you remember to use it. So, finally, we look at the armory real quick, and I think we're going to find that everything on there is too expensive. Base toolkit, 250 gold. Upgrade for your weapon, broadsword's 250. But here's the nice thing. A helmet is 125 gold and would give you an extra die on defense. A shield is 150 and would give you an extra die of defense. So I believe your characters can both afford a helmet.
Yes.
So if you want that, they'll be down to 10 gold each, but they'll both have a helmet that you write on your sheet.
Shucks.
What's wrong?
Trying to... gosh, dang it.
Keeps them alive longer.
Yeah, but... okay, fine. They'll get the helmet.
I'm just saying it's a good idea.
Well, since I can't afford poo.
There will be other adventures.
I'll get the helmet.
Okay, so make sure you erase the 125 gold from each character and you put
10.
on the helmet. Yep.
15, actually.
So they're getting the helmet, which gives them an extra die to defense. So make sure also on your sheets that you change that 2 defense to a 3. You suddenly got tougher. Now, clearly, Begolas didn't get... He didn't get nearly enough money to do anything fun with.
Sorry.
As far as weapons go, but he also could get that helmet, and that seems like it's a really good idea. So
I'm sorry, Figures.
for what?
They didn't give him enough money.
He's got 134. He did almost as good as you guys did.
I suppose.
So he's going to be left with 9 gold, but he'll have a helmet.
Yay.
And a helmet. Oh, that goes under armor on the top.
Armor.
You write down helmet under armor.
Helmet.
And his defend dice is now 3.
Oh.
Of course, poor Turlin does not have any... he didn't get any treasure worth any money. And he didn't... Well, stop apologizing. He's a wizard. He doesn't need much. All he could really get at this point, if he had 100 gold coins, he could get a staff, which means he could attack diagonally and kind of help out a little bit. Or he could get daggers, which he could throw, which wizards can still use. Not having that ability at this time, he's fine. He's just got all of his magic, that's all. So our characters are finished. Now, dear viewers, if you enjoyed this, there are still several other adventures. Alex is, I'm sure, he'll be ready for adventure soon. We'll recharge our batteries.
Yes.
And since our characters are still alive, we can take these upgraded characters into the next mission. So, give us some feedback. What did you think? If you enjoyed it, please comment. Give us a little encouragement. If you thought that, well, if you thought it wasn't that great of a game, or you have your own experiences with HeroQuest, by all means, let's start up the conversation. Like and subscribe if you want to hear more the next time we do things. We like thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yep. And if we made a boo-boo or something, feel free to call us on it. I'm Rob. This is Alex. And we will be seeing you next time on Cardboard. Farewell.
Cardboard, you mean.
Yes, farewell.
Bye-bye.